Mark Denholm
at Breakfast Podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 261 of the best bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. And this is Mark Denholm, not at breakfast on a Saturday. In fact, today, the 13th of April, when this comes out. And that's good news because it wasn't Friday the 13th. There we are. On the way, we got the best bits of the breakfast show from this week, including names, gladiators, and applying for more names, unusual online auction item listings that you've spotted, your face, popularity, and annoying things. All of that and more is on the way in the podcast. And then when you get to the end of the podcast, don't forget to do the decent thing and hit the subscribe button in your podcast app, or if you are listening to this on YouTube as well. Go on.
Mark Denholm
at Breakfast Podcast.
Morning. This is Mark Denholm at Breakfast, 9 minutes to 7 o'clock, and welcome to Monday. The least popular names have been revealed in terms of babies, this is. For boys, Arlen, Ashton and Barry. I don't know anyone called Arlen. I know a lady called Ashton. And Barry, hello, say no more. For girls, the least popular names, Arith, Alexa and Angela, are in the top 3 for girls. There is a full list. It goes all the way down to 50. But to be honest with you, I don't have the time nor the inclination to read out all 100 of them. And that's just a fact.
This is Mark Denholm
at Breakfast
Atom Radio.
On the bright side, though, I've done him a favour. I've managed to get hold of a Gladiators application form for the new series, and I thought I'd do it as a bit of a wind-up, and I thought, no, do it seriously. Let's see if we can get him on the telly for Gladiators, the next series. And I did it all seriously, and then it came to the last question, which says we're hoping to film in July, August of 2024. Are there any dates that you're unavailable in that period? And I thought, oh, hang on, what do I do here? Because I don't actually know. And I don't really want to take the mick in that. So, I've done everything else honestly, openly and honestly. So I best do this openly and honestly as well. So I just put in that box. If you can let me know when I'm acceptable, when the filming dates are, I'll ask the wife for the right number of pass-outs. And that's the best I could do for that little bit of the box, though. But good luck to you, though, Richard. And hopefully we'll see you on Gladiators.
Mark Denholm
at Breakfast Podcast.
This day, 1937. And I'm not sure this is the best name for this. The Kamikaze arrived at Croydon Airport in London. It was the first Japanese-built aircraft to fly to Europe. And I don't really know that I'd want to fly on an aircraft that's known as the Kamikaze. 747, that sounds much more reassuring, doesn't it, than the Kamikaze. This day, 1937, though, it arrived in London.
Mark Denholm
at Breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Let's find out the top 5 of items that are strange that you've seen online advertised. At number 5, a celebrity shoe auction, although that was for charity. At number 4, a heart-shaped potato that would surely just go mouldy and need to be thrown out anyway. At number 3, used underwear. Why? It's cheap enough at Primark. Number 2, a model car sold as spares or repairs. And at number 1 on this week's top 5, I listed my girlfriend on eBay as a joke. Nags a bit but has good points. Sold as seen, no warranty offered, but eBay took it down.
Mark Denholm
at Breakfast Podcast.
Today I want to know, yesterday the King met the Bank of England governor, and the Bank of England governor presented him with a note with the King's face on it. They're now printing the new notes with the new monarch on it, and that is that's the King's personal gift. I want to know today, if you could get your face on anything, what would it be? On air at atomradio.co.uk. I like the logic behind this. Good thinking, Kelly. I like it a lot. Kelly says, money. Surely if my face was on money, then I'd never have a shortage of it because it all bears my face. I don't know that it works that way, if I'm honest, Kelly. I don't know. I mean, the King has lots of money. I know that. The King has lots of money, but I don't think he owns all of it, even though it's got his face on it. I don't think it works that way. But I like your thinking, though. Yes, if it had my face on it, I'd have lots of it. I suppose, well, maybe not.
Mark Denholm
at Breakfast Podcast.
6:45, morning then, Mark Denholm at Breakfast. I was thinking about doing a poll of the most popular breakfast show presenter on Atom Radio, and hopefully I'd win that. However, I did realise that as only me, not only will I win it, but I will also finish bottom in it as well. So maybe we won't do that after all.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Morning, Helen. Happy Friday to you. I get annoyed by people who chew loudly or drink very loudly. Lots of people do that, don't they? There is actually a name for that, and I can't remember what it is. Helen goes on to say, thanks for the fun every morning. No, Helen. No. Thank you for being a part of the fun this morning.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Misophonia. That's what it is when you dislike people who eat loudly or drink loudly. Misophobia. It's not just eating or drinking, by the way. That is the irrational fear of everyday noises. Because let's be honest, we all have to eat and we all have to drink. Other things that can be covered by misophobia include keyboard noises or finger tapping or the sound of windscreen wipers. Now that's going a bit far, isn't it? You know, it's a wet day. I'm sorry, I can't clear the screen because of the misophobia. That's going too far. But there we are. I think there are a lot of people who probably agree with Helen that annoying things probably do include eating and drinking very, very loudly. Thank you, as always, for checking out the podcast today. And if you have listened at all this week, thank you very much for doing that as well. Don't forget to subscribe either in your podcast app or on YouTube as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my son on YouTube at Will Denham and his train adventures. You can listen to the show Monday to Friday on atomradio.co.uk on the online Radio Box app. And if you've got a smart speaker, just say play Atom Radio on TuneIn and it will. And you can listen from 6 until 10 for the breakfast show or any time you want for the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.